Hey y'all, come spend 24 hours with me in Cancun. I booked a connecting flight, so I went from Charlotte to Miami and then Miami to Cancun. Because I only had 24 hours to enjoy everything Cancun had to offer, I decided I was going to book an all-day excursion. And in my mind, it made sense to book the excursion about an hour and a half after I landed, which would have been perfectly fine, except I got hassled at the airport by the cab drivers. I didn't realize there was a whole situation between the cab drivers and the Uber drivers, so I'll have to give y'all the story time on that. With that being said, as soon as I got to the hotel, I was picked up by the shuttle driver who took us to the marina. I booked my excursion through Viator. The link is in my bio if you want to book with them. The excursion included a catamaran ride with an open bar, snorkeling, and then we stopped at Isla Mujeres where we had a buffet lunch and we were able to explore the island. Everyone on the boat was super friendly. The workers were very helpful. They had great vibes. They spoke English and Spanish, so that was awesome. I will say there were a lot of families on board, so I didn't get a chance to really meet anyone that was super young, but I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. I had all of my stuff and I had no issues with any of it. I didn't know this until I got on board, but the tour guide told us that with the snorkeling, it was going to be about 20 minutes worth of swimming. Essentially, the boat dropped us off, we snorkel, and then we catch back up with the boat, if that makes sense. I had to use my GoPro here, but the views were beautiful. It was a great time. There was a lot of fish and stuff to see, so that was awesome. But I was exhausted by the end of it, especially because I'm not that great of a swimmer, although we did have life vests and everything like that. Once we caught back up to the boat, it dropped us off at Isla Mujeres where we were able to get lunch. They had a buffet for us. Unfortunately, I did not get footage of it, but the food was really, really good. They also told us that we could go explore the downtown area. I was just a little bit nervous to go by myself because I didn't want to get lost or anything. So I stayed on the beach. I did go see some of the markets and stuff like that. And we had about 3.5 hours worth of just hanging out at the beach. Around 5:30 p.m. is when the catamaran came back to pick us up. It was awesome. I'm so glad they picked us up during sunset because we got to just hang out on the water for the hour ride back and just see all of the houses. There were other boats that were coming back with us, and then they were playing music and they still had the open bar. So it was just a really good vibe on our way back to the marina. Finally, we made our way back to the marina where the shuttles picked us up and took us back to our hotels. And then I finally got checked in for the night. I booked my hotel through AAA so I could get a discount, but it's the Canopy by Hilton. This room was awesome. The views were great, but I was exhausted. So I literally just ordered some food and then went to bed for the night. I decided to wake up pretty early because I wanted to get views of the sunrise and then go check out the rooftop pool that they had. The nice thing about this hotel is that it was right in front of the La Isla shopping center, so when I got to the rooftop, I could actually see it. The only thing was that everything was closed and it wouldn't open until after it was time for me to go to the airport, so I wasn't able to go shopping or anything like that. For the rest of the morning, I hung out by the pool. I did order some room service, and then I made my way back to the airport. All in all, I had an amazing time. Cancun will absolutely be seeing me again, and I'll see y'all in my next video.